Episode 16, December 16, 2013. This is going to start a bit different. I'm going to be buzzing all this. I've been going off for around 2.5 weeks. I'm going to use this to buzz off and then finish it off with my regular shaving repertoire. Let's get started. The reason you want to do this when you have a lot of facial hair is you can't just shave off even if you have a tree or branches growing out of your beard. That's because it won't cut and you'll just end up hurting yourself. This makes it really easy to finish off later. And I usually don't have to do it because I don't grow that much in between my shaves. But this is a different case because I've grown so much in these 2.5 weeks. And in between, I've been shaving the neck beard and mustache hair. Doesn't look the best on me. And even then, I'm still going light while I'm doing this because there are still some thick hairs present when I'm doing this, so especially in the chin hair over here. It's okay, almost there. As you can see so far, when I go to do my regular shaving technique, it's not going to be that difficult as there's not as much as usual to shave off. Take a look. Not too bad. Still, let's see if I can get a bit more. Looks like that'll be all of it for now. So I'll just put this off to the side. Get started on doing some other preparations, as in I have to get some warm water, apply, so it becomes easier for me to shave with the cream on. One between, I want to talk about some things. First, the Suns have made a run lately. They're 4 wins in a row. They just beat the Warriors, who did not even have Iguodala, and Iguodala would have helped in stopping some Dragic or Bledsoe runs, but regardless, the Suns pulled out a 106-102 win, I believe. And they're one of the funnest teams to watch. And they're 6th in the playoffs, too. They're ahead of the 9th place, I believe, Golden State Warriors. Their Dragic-Bledsoe backcourt is one of the funnest in the league. Dragic has often thrown lobs to Bledsoe, and they're both very quick, and a lot of people know how athletic Bledsoe is, but Dragic is still sneaky quick, or as people like to sometimes poke fun as athletic white guy as someone who's sneaky quick, but more on that some other time. They have a lot of young players, but one of the reasons why they're so good this year compared to last year is a lot of their young players got better over the summer, including Markieff Morris and Marcus Morris. Amongst all their regular rotation players, Fry, the Morris twins, Dragic Bledsoe, and Gerald Green, out of all those, Markieff is the lowest three-point shooter at 33.3%, which is still very good for a big man, and while others are range of like 46%, 41%. So they have a very good three-point shooting team that should not be underestimated. And I've talked about it before in my first couple episodes of League Pass teams, and I've been doing this show since late September, and there's some things I'd like to change in between, but I'm happy I'm still doing this. But since then, I talked about my League Pass 5. I would have said to pick up the Suns, or I would have, because I'm a fan of them. But now, not even just fans should pick them up. They're one of the funnest teams to watch, and they don't have a lot of nationally broadcast games, so you'll get to see a lot of them on your computer, TV, wherever. So I might consider picking them up, and for others, the League Pass Broadband 5 when the price drops, maybe. Now we're going to go back to doing this again, and this shouldn't take as long as usual because the buzzer did a lot of the work already. But we will test the waters. Yesterday I did shave my neck, beard, and mustache, so I won't have to do there as much either, but so make sure when you have a brush to lather a lot, so like you would maybe do for sunscreen, because having a lot of it on your face makes it for smoother shave. Alright. Recently, I switched out one of the blades for my razor, and it gave me several cuts down here, and because I underestimate how sharp these blades are. So you need to be very careful when you replace blade for no matter what kind of razor, Gillette, those disposable. You don't need to hack at your face with it. Just go slow and smooth and let the blade do the work. Just like that. There we go. Getting there. No cuts yet so far. I'm impressed with myself. And make sure sometimes I mess it up to myself, that with these kind of blades you don't shave on your face without cream. Sometimes I get lazy and don't reapply, like I'm about to right now, but you should always just do it. Better safe than sorry than having a cut up face. I haven't discussed this show as much on here, probably not at all. Arrow, maybe I have, but right now it's on its winter break and it'll come back January 15th. It's 9 episodes into its second season, and for those that don't know what it is, it's an adaptation of DC Comics' Green Arrow, one of the long-standing members of the Justice League. And it's one of the best superhero adaptations out there, and outclasses Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's got a lot to offer. Different superhero origins, a lot of cool, not so realistic, but more grounded in reality adaptations of villains as well. And the action is still really good. And it's all on TV too, and it has me thinking of which is a better superhero storytelling medium, TV or movies, and both have their advantages, but this series, 2-season series so far, clearly showcases or is a good example of how to do TV superhero series right. I haven't watched Smallville at all, aside from a few clips, but so I can't really compare it to that, if you're expecting me to. It's still cool. The action is great, choreographed well. They have actors that are actual stunt people too. Some of them can act decently as well. They have Black Canary, Solomon Grundy, Deathstroke, Deadshot, and other small or big DC heroes and villains too, so it's something to look out for. You can find the first season on Netflix, and it's an exciting watch. I caught it very quickly as I'm a DC Comics fan, so maybe you will too. Who knows? Like I said, this is probably going to be a short episode, so we're close towards the end here. So first, let's get to some shoutouts, and since we got more than usual this time, that makes me very happy. That's more motivation for me to do more episodes for you hardcore fans of Shaving with Hamad out there. Let's start with Adam Koshilak, Polish Suns fan. He's got quite the beard. He looks like the dude. He's the Joker to my Batman in shaving. He's a funny guy too, so give him a follow. And maybe he'll release his Vine versions of Shaving with Adam, which is him not shaving disappointingly. He's missing out on this art form. Next up is Doc's Chief, or DeMarcus, Bulls fan. He wanted me to give a shout out to his slightlyfactual.com. I'll give a link to that in the description. He's a good writer. He gives his opinions on music, sports, TV, and news. He's written several things that I've liked reading. So give him a follow and look at his site. Maybe you'll enjoy him and him wearing his boat shoes or selling shoes. Next up is Tools, one of the biggest Twitter trolls. He owns a lot of accounts that we don't know he owns. I could maybe be talking to someone that I maybe think is real, but it's just Tools. I was about to give a shout out to one of his other accounts that he owns, but I'm sure he'd like to keep that a secret too. So I won't mention it, but keep cooking, my donut friend. Next up is Oh God, That Guy, who has also a good alternate Twitter name, Tyrion C. Spanister. I like it. He's another fellow Arrow watcher, so give him a follow too if you're interested in Arrow or talking to someone about it. Last is Lauren L. Chen, Rockets fan, fellow Los Angeles inhabitant. Let's get food sometime, man. Maybe can watch a Rockets game somewhere, or whatever is on. So that's all the shout outs for now, and I usually let people know on Twitter the day before and the day of if you want a shout out. So there are multiple opportunities for you to request one, and hey, usually the more people that request shout outs, the more inclined I am to do a show, and that makes me excited to do one. So as we reach the end here, I promise to give you more episodes much more consistently. And you know what? How can you find a PC outside? If you look through the windows. Thank you and goodbye.